Made it.
Professional setup.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is Jonn, Ritland, and
The Derbinator.
we have a Raw. What are you calling this one?
Welcome to Cajundome.
It's much better than my Highway to the Cajundome title last year. But yeah, Raw Lafayette was weird.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 weeks until Mania.
It flirted with greatness.
But
But greatness rejected its advances, so it settled for less.
Are we talking about Corey and Carmella?
No, that's bottom of the barrel.
This is true.
Allegedly.
Yes, yeah, that's your neck.
Yes.
Alright. But yeah, Triple H out here because we cannot not have a giant promo to start. To be fair, this was short.
We didn't.
We
it was
didn't.
only 10 minutes.
It was. You know how many women have said that?
No.
Okay.
I'd rather not.
That's a good point. Yeah, but it was basically mainly hype for Mania, and oh yeah, DX is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Let me briefly just say this. I was never a fan of DX. I thought DX is overrated. I still think DX is overrated. The NWO was better. I will probably do a solo review of this, or a solo video on this and a couple things. But I was never a fan of DX, but you know what? At least China's going in. I mean, I know, and people can say what they want, and that's fine. You can have those opinions. But it was this or they weren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Just say it.
This way they can get a lot of people out of the way to put in the Hall of Fame.
Here's my question, though. Is this induction going to matter to the Road Dogg? Because wins and losses don't matter, so why would this induction?
Well, this would be the first win, and I guess you'd have to be inducted again for the 50-50 booking.
They would induct him for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so also, yeah, so it is what it is, but I get why you guys feel this way. Then we're going to have some NXT one-time appearances because...
Gets more eyes on NXT, and they also get to hype up their bigger stars so that when they're announced on the main roster, people are more excited for them.
And that's
They're trying
right.
something new.
In a new era that started off kind of badly with the first match, but it was Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and
Ricochet.
I will say this, it highlighted a lot of the problems with the main roster because they've booked so many people so badly and given up on so many things, and not just because the fans have, quieted on things, just because Vince is a victim of mad cow disease or something. I don't exactly know.
It's called old age.
Yeah, but
it's steroids.
Probably the first one, and then, just combined with that one. But
he was the first to take steroids.
Not Steve Reeves, Turkey. Anyway, moving on from that. Braun versus Corbin in a tables match, in a feud that no one has asked for. And if you asked for this feud, sorry.
You're wrong.
Everyone's entitled.
Congratulations. You are incorrect in your life decisions. And also this.
Yeah, this feud has been going on 2 months too long. It should have ended at TLC.
Yes.
And it was bad.
Yeah, it was...
It
was a bit boring.
Braun won. Braun's still ruined beyond words, though. Because this feud will never end.
More than words is what it'll take to save your career.
My career or Braun's career?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't really...
Sorry, I'm too tired to sing proper.
That's alright, you sang just fine. But Braun wins, and then he's walking up the ramp and sees Heyman, and did not put Heyman through a table. You disappoint me. And the
He did kind of a Vulcan neck pinch him for a little bit.
He did. There were...
You're hurting me, I can't breathe!
How
are you talking?
There were ECW chants from like 4 people in the crowd.
Progress.
This was WWE, though.
Stop it.
Progress is essential. Yeah, right. ECW's dead and buried. Now, that's cool if you guys like ECW, but I'm sorry. It's been 18 goddamn years.
You'd have to be a hell of a dreamer to keep living that life.
I wonder if he's going to be at a Defy show we actually go to, because he's been to a few others.
Right.
But we'll see.
Anyway.
Heyman, same old shit. I'm done with this. I'm done with it. It was a video package for Brock, and then they showed another
It was Paul Heyman introducing a video package starring Paul Heyman about Brock Lesnar.
What the fuck? It was
Inception noises.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was either Inception or War of the Worlds. I'm like, that has to be Inception. This was. I know that they have to get the title off of Brock, but the title shouldn't even be on him now. And it's just bad. I want to root for Rollins.
We got off to a very rocky start.
We did, and The Rock was not there. Oddly enough,
Then it wouldn't have been such a rocky start.
yeah, it would have been weird, but
More like it might be a start.
yeah, we think it.
Rock of
All
Dwayne Johnson.
The Dwayne. But Balor is out there, interrupts Heyman, but then they forget about that, and then Leo distracts him, and then Lashley beats him up. So I guess Leo's like an abused.
And just when you think all hope was lost for Finn Balor, who else steps out but Ricochet?
He did, and we get Prince Puma and Prince Devitt teaming up.
Yes.
In a match that went a bit long. It went a bit long, but hey, it was a good showcase. You had Ricochet got to show off some moves. Balor mainly worked a lot of it because they wanted to work up to the hot tag of Ricochet. And he eventually pinned Leo.
Yeah. He is the weakest link.
Yeah, because he's a little gnat that deserves to be squashed. And
everyone else was completely normal height and weight.
And I will say this, now, I don't know if the Lafayette crowd had, were, held hostage there.
Let's just say the Southern drawl applied to their attitudes, apparently.
I mean, there were some...
Because the crowd went mild.
There were some big reactions to some things, but not enough of them. Now, I get it. WWE is not the best product right now. It's the biggest product, as far as, reach. But if you're going to pay that kind of money to go to a show, you really should react.
Now, Ricochet did draw the crowd's attention.
He did.
But these guys are about as spicy as sour cream.
The crowd?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, he pinned Leo with the 630. And then Drew is talking to Triple H backstage, wanting a match with Seth Rollins. Give me Seth Rollins. And then Ambrose, not giving a shit, slaps Drew.
I challenge you to a duel!
He slapped him hard.
Yep.
Renee likes... Anyway.
Slapped the haggis out of him. Dean was later found guilty.
Recaps of Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda, because we needed more. We needed more reminders of that.
Yeah.
Of Charlotte unnecessarily being added to just make this storyline more convoluted than it needs to be. Even though I get it. But then we get Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado.
Yawning was going to fall asleep.
Right. Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado versus Hawkins and Ryder. Oh, look, Hawkins got pinned.
What? No.
Right. I mean, Kalisto wasn't in it. At least there was that.
Yeah. They weren't playing by Lucha House Party rules.
And it was not somebody doing a good Lucha thing. But...
I mean, they did a good Lucha thing. But...
They did, and Kalisto wasn't involved. We then get Charlie interviewing Heavy Machinery. And
if we can call it that.
Yeah, and we get Otis bopping to the beginning of Lacey Evans's music.
Like I says it, dun dun, he's like...
Dun, dun, dun. Lacey appearing, walking down the ramp, and then walking back up, and then Heavy Machinery bushwhackering their way down there, and then back up, mocking Lacey. And Lacey they had to cut the camera away because Lacey started cracking up. I don't blame her, because it was funny. I don't know what they're doing with Lacey.
I don't think Lacey knows what Lacey is doing with Lacey.
I don't think Creative has a clue what they're doing.
We need to get Ruby to work with her, because apparently she loves lace. Thank you.
There we go with that. So then we get Ciampa and Gargano, and then Chad and Rude.
Tomato Choppers and Johnny Gargamel are in a discussion with Booby Rude and Chad Gable.
The Gable guy.
Gable guy!
Gable needs to be a single star. Yeah. And then the Revival show up.
All high and mighty with the belts that they finally got after years of effort.
At least a year of effort. I mean, considering they were injured for most of 2017. And then we got Gargano and Ciampa versus the Revival. Non-title match, thankfully, because the Revival lost. Now, I get it. You have to establish Gargano and Ciampa, get a win. I get it. But they should have faced a team that could have taken a loss that wasn't the tag team champions.
Yeah.
I mean...
But could also put on a good match. Like, what Raw tag team?
Chad and Rude could have done it.
Yeah. It would have made thematic sense with Chad Gable and having beaten them before and Bobby Roode having been the NXT champion. But why do that when you can just farm out the Revival? Because Chad Gable and Bobby Roode are going to be taking those championships back.
Probably.
Because Revival won out.
I mean, and even if they're...
Vince isn't going to let them, but he's going to take that championship away.
He probably will. And I mean, it's just so petty and it's just ridiculous, and I love the Revival. But they're going to be on... If they hold the titles for a while, they're going to be on every single pre-show. Mm. So... The show just wasn't that good. It was a good match, and Ciampa and Gargano won.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're building to. Are they going to build the Ciampa Gargano one more time at the takeover before Mania? Probably. But Balor and Ricochet promos, all about Ricochet. And there were two guys talking, behind them, just having a discussion, and Chris and I kept making fun of them.
Yeah. God, I think someone's making fun of us. Sounds like a young Statler and Waldorf.
It's fitting, actually, because we're pretty much that bitter. But then we get Bayley and Sasha. They're defending the titles across all three brands, and that is great. Yeah. The crowd did not give two shits.
I mean, they did care that they're the champions, my friend.
Yes.
And they'll keep on fighting.
Till the end?
Of the show, yes.
Yes, right. It was what it was. They were saying you deserve it, but this crowd was really, really flat. Again, maybe somebody was held hostage off camera. I don't know. But
it was flatter than Kansas.
That's pretty flat.
Yes.
Because it is Dustin to win. And Dustin's also on the sidelines. Now, we then get Nia and Tamina out there. And Nia doing the most awkward spot. Like, getting in the bank statement.
Being there?
Yes, that's because Nia can't wrestle. Sorry, Nia can't wrestle. And not that Tamina's much better, but Nia, Sasha starts to get Nia in the bank statement, and Tamina's like, oh shit, I'm supposed to pull her out of the ring. It's the most awkward goddamn thing in the world. Like... An
uncoordinated mess. And Nia just kind of looked really cowardly, running away from Sasha Banks. She could run, but she walked off, and that was that segment for some reason.
And then Dean versus Drew, and Drew beat him easily with 2 Claymore kicks.
Well, I guess having to use your finisher twice is kind of not an easy win, but...
Right, but I mean...
It was a quick match.
It was. Renee only wanted Dean to go 2 minutes because she needed more of him afterwards. Ambrose and Rollins? Ambrose where the hell were you? Ambrose apparently just has stopped giving a shit.
Rollins what the hell are you talking about? And Dean's like,
yeah. It is what it is. It's weird. Elias's promo. Why
the 2 Claymore kicks just knocked his head back into face mode?
Oh god, they might have actually. Oh god, that's where they're gonna go with it until he leaves. Elias's promo. Why is he heel again? Why?
So that he can fight Aleister Black.
Speaking of which, Aleister Black's here, and
what? I just came up with that.
But yeah. So, at one point, Corey says about Aleister Black, he knows how to use his arms and his legs.
To which I quip, well, yes, that is how a human is supposed to function.
He was referring to his kickboxing background, but it's just the way he
knows how to use his arms and legs. Yeah. It's how bodies work.
Oh, Corey knows how some bodies work, especially ones that aren't his wife.
That's bad.
What I said, or what? Oh.
The situation.
Yeah, he's in jail.
And also Corey. But also...
Aleister won.
Yeah.
Big shock.
What?
Elias, I hope that he gets some kind of singles gold this year, but I'm kind of wondering what they're doing with him. Mm-hmm. And I don't even mean here. I mean, Aleister had to win.
It's such a great build with him, and then nothing.
Yeah, it's especially after he turned face for no reason.
And everyone loved it.
And now he's heel again, and it's I just don't get it. But then we get Ruby versus Ronda in a women's title match, a rematch, essentially, even though Ronda says she wants to defend her title on every single Raw, and Ruby did not get a TV entrance. You have 3 hours of Raw, and she did not get a TV entrance.
Yep. Probably could have saved some of those recaps of the Elimination Chamber.
And of everything.
Yeah, they could have, but they didn't.
They did not do that thing. Ruby at least put up a better fight than they let her put up at Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
The Riot Squad was out there, living Sarah. They did some stuff. They saved Ronda from doing a really bad dive. Sweet Jesus.
God.
That could have ended
That was a... went from a cross-body to a pretzel body if she messed that up. Because I would not want to see that again.
No, that would not have been good. That was really bad. But in the end, I mean, Ruby did really well in the numbers game thing, but I mean, Ruby did lose. Duh. I mean, big shock. I mean, I love Ruby, but of course she was going to lose. This was a very weird Raw. Now, the flat crowd didn't bother me as much as other people, though it was pretty bad. But honestly, it's C-.
Yeah, it's right below sea level at C-. But things that aren't above sea are below sea level. This is my pole. It's right up here.
Your pole's down above sea level, or is?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can feel free to grade the show along with us. And also leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think. If you think they're making the right decisions, they're making the wrong decisions, let us know.
Yeah, if you guys disagree, just leave comments about why and leave your guys' points. You want to engage.
I'm going to be that math teacher and ask you to explain your work.
My work or
yes.
Their work? Okay.
All of them. All the above.
No one can explain.
We have an entire episode to explain our work.
We do. But anyway, yeah, we will be back for SmackDown tomorrow. I'm Jonn Ritland, and that is...
The Turbinator.
Right, yes, and we will be back for SmackDown tomorrow. Check out the game streams we got going, by the way.
Yes.